Okay, Shalom Uvracha. Today we'll talk about Yom Kippur, Be'ezrat Hashem. Yom Kippur today in Israel, and all the world, but in Israel also, it's look like Tisha B'Av. Very, very look like. The same halachot, there are 5 things that forbidden to do in Yom Kippur, it's also forbidden to do in Tisha B'Av. And the whole atmosphere, it's very similar, very look like. But when we read about Yom Kippur in our sources, what Chazal says about Yom Kippur, it's the picture is very, very different. It's not the same festival like today we know him. In Gemara, B'Masechet Ta'anit, in Tractat Ta'anit, Talmud says that Yom Kippur, there are just 2 days. They are the best, the happiest days in a year. It's Tu B'Av v'Yom Kippur. לא היו ימים טובים לישראל כ-15 באב ויום כיפורים. And what people did in Yom Kippurim in the beginning, they dance and sing and they celebrate this day. For them, בנות ירושלים יוצאות בכלי לבן ובנות וחולות בכרמים. And they describe this day like something very, very happy and very something very, very special, festival. But today it's not. Today it's atmosphere of fear, and people make tshuva, and all kind of it's very heavy days. And why is it? What happened? What changed since then? In time of Beit HaMikdash היה קיים, in time of temple was, and today, what's the difference? Why today it's not so happy those days? In order to answer to this question, we should remember that there are 2 different kinds of tshuva. Tshuva because of fear, and tshuva because of love. That's what says in Gemara, Masechet Yoma, that Reish Lakish says that. What's the difference? When you make tshuva, repentance, because of fear, all your transgression became mistakes. It's accidentally happened. But when you make tshuva because of love, your transgression be your merit. It's mitzvot. Okay, if so why should we make tshuva because of fear? We should make tshuva because of love. And that is my question to you. What do you think? If it's so good to make tshuva because of love, why all of us, we shouldn't make tshuva because of love? Why we make tshuva because of fear? What do you think?
אני אגיד בעברית.
כן.
כי צריך ללמוד על זה יותר, על מה זה אומר. תשובה מאהבה. כשאני לומד על זה יותר, אז אני מבין מה המשמעות של זה ואני יותר מתחבר לזה.
Okay, you say that because we have to learn a lot for in order to know how to make tshuva but it's not so simple, because first of all, okay, so why you shouldn't learn? Learning now. We sit together and you learn from me that it's better to make tshuva from love. So make it tshuva from love. Now you learn. You say you have to learn a lot. There is no end. You can learn all your life and you still won't know. So why not all of us make tshuva from love, because of love?
Because there's a different level of tshuva.
Yes, I'm asking why you shouldn't go straight to this different level.
Unless we are prepared for that level, I mean, we are in that level, then we can do that.
Yes, but no. You can make tshuva without make tshuva from fear. You can come to level of tshuva mi ahava, tshuva because of love, without make tshuva because of fear. You understand that this is a question, right? Yeah. Now, in order to so what's the biggest problem to make tshuva from love? It's because it's logical problem. What's the logic? You know that if you make tshuva because of love, all your transgression will become merits. So you do it for merits, not for tshuva, not for love. You have interest for that. You earn something by tshuva. It's like if I'll give you I'll give you example. Let's say there is a child that his father want to to educate him, that he'll give charity from his heart, like from that he'll love people, he'll give charity. So father asks, do you have your money, like you say pocket money? He says, yes. How much? He says, 6 shekel. Okay. Give every day 1 shekel, and I will give you, for each shekel that you give, I'll give you 6 more. How many shekels he'll have in the end of those 7 days? Days of fear, right? That's how we call those days. Just a moment. When I learn with you, I not only teach you, I also learn with you together. And sometimes I have ideas that I have to write down them. Just a moment. It calls those days terrible days. Today, Yamim Noraim. Those days from Rosh Hashanah to Yom Kippur, 10 days, days of fear. That's how it calls. Yamim Noraim. So, and his father say, I'll give you for each day 6 times more. How many money? How many shekel he'll have in end of the 7 days?
So if the kid gives 6 shekel as charity, then get 36, and then gives 36.
7 days. He has 7 days.
You only have 6 shekel. 36 plus 6 is 42.
42, right? That is logical answer. But really, he wouldn't have nothing. 0. Why? Because his father say, give charity from your heart. And what he gave, he did business. He didn't make charity. He gave to earn money. That's why he wouldn't give anything. And that is the situation today. That's why we cannot make tshuva from love. Because immediately when you think about tshuva, you know that you have a salary in the end of your tshuva. So what kind of tshuva it is? Shalom. I brought you a book that you were asked.
Oh, thank you.
You know, it's my book in English.
Thank you, bro.
So this is a logical problem. So how he can solve this problem? There are two solutions. One solution that father will say to his child, don't give any charity, I won't give you anything. In the end, I change my mind. I won't give you nothing. And if child, even though will give charity, then he can get 42 shekel in the end. Because he proved that he did it really from his heart, not for money, right? And that there are two possibilities. This is one, and this possibility it shows us what happened to us in Yom Kippur. There is such a thing that calls ikuv tshuva. Ikuv tshuva, when Kadosh Baruch Hu prevent from us make tshuva. There are certain kind of transgression. When we make them, Hashem disturb us to make tshuva. It's written in Rambam, for example, Arba'a ve'esrim dvarim mi'akvim et tshuva. There are 24 things that they prevent tshuva. Why Hashem do that to us? He do it to us. No, I'll give you example. But how Hashem can prevent tshuva? For example, you think about yourself. You sometimes you have doubt. Let's say before you came to Machon Meir, you had doubt. If you come learn Torah here, or you go to learn in a university, some profession, or even Judaism, but in university, and you think about that, you have doubt, and you decided to go to learn in yeshiva. But there is no bus. Stop in some place and doesn't. But came another bus, and this bus go to university or to other place that you had doubt. Machon Meir or good university, like a religious university, Ariel or something like that, and you think, what should I do? Or you've heard about some rabbi that he says something against people that want to make giur. They are, and you insult it, and you decided, no, I don't want to go to learn from those rabbis. they insult you. Or sometimes you have girlfriend and she say, why you do that? Or your aunt, she says, how long you have to study in this yeshiva? You'd say, a few years, and what did you get in the end? You have some diploma, you some BA or MA? He says, no. So why you do that? For my soul, for your soul. First you should have profession, get married, you know how to earn money, and then you can do for your soul when you go in pension, when you'll be old, when you be retired, you so go then. Now you have to learn, you have to build your family, this and that. And what do you do there? So, or how much they pay you for your learning in this Machon Meir? Say, no, they don't pay to me nothing. Nothing? No, I pay to them. You pay to them? What's going on here? And that is Ikuv Tshuva. Somebody comes and start to convince you that you shouldn't make Tshuva. Or sometimes you hear all kind of things, bad things about rabbis or about religious, Haredim, and this and that, and then, and you say, why I need that? What's wrong now? I'm okay. And this is the example of Ikuv Tshuva. You understand? Hashem doesn't stop us from make tshuva. He prevents us from to make tshuva. It's something else. Maybe I'm not saying exactly in English. Prevent, it's to disturb. It's not to deny this possibility, right?
Yeah, right. Prevent. I'm sure there's a better word, but prevent. I understand what you mean.
Ikuv tshuva, he make this, that it's not easy to make tshuva. And if, even though...
Obstructs, maybe? Obstruct means like to put something in the way.
Abstract? Abstract?
Yeah.
Yeah. Prevent is to prevent absolutely.
It's like to stop.
Yeah, prevent is like to stop.
To stop absolutely. It's no way to, or just to disturb.
It's prevent sounds like stop.
To stop. Okay. But if you, even though make tshuva, your tshuva will be accepted.
Yeah.
Yes, not just will be accepted, but if you make tshuva with this obstruction, or without this obstruction, your tshuva with obstruction much more value, much stronger than regular tshuva. And that is example for tshuva mi'ahava. That it wasn't like, oh yes, I make tshuva. No, you have to break all conceptions and all convincing. What did it say?
This is delay.
Delay?
Ikuv is delay.
Delay?
Google.
Delay tshuva. No, it's not exact word. No, it's not delay. Delay is to make it slower. It's like Ikuv, it means that it disturb, me'akev, disturb. Yeah. Okay, doesn't make a difference. You understand this? It's something different type of tshuva, and that is idea of tshuva me'ava. It's it's enable to you to make tshuva really. I'll give you example of this kind of tshuva. It's written in the book of Melachim that about our King Chizkiyahu. And he was a righteous man and a very, very big tzaddik. It was some idea that maybe he will be Mashiach. It was very, very high level, spiritual level. And one day he became sick. And Prophet Ishayahu came to say to him hello and also farewell. He said, that's it. It's an end. He said, why? He said, Hashem Hashem told me that you will die and you won't be cured from your illness. And he asked, but why? Hashem's prophet said it's because you didn't marry. You choose never. He didn't swear, but he decided never get married in his life. Never. Why? Because he knew in his, it's not prophecy, but like a Ruach HaKodesh or some in astrology, let's say like this, in astrology. He knew that he will have a son, that this son will be a terrible person, he'll be a terrible king, and he'll kill a lot of Jews, he'll make terrible things. And in order to prevent and to save Jewish people from his son that can be born, that he'll be a Rasha, he decided not to get married. And that's why he's single. He was already adult and he's single. So he answered that to Prophet. And Prophet told him that you shouldn't make this calculation of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You have a mission, you have duty, you have mitzvah to get married and to bring children in the world. And what will be, it's not your business, it's Hashem's business. Hashem will do that. And because you interrupt or you start to look for something what will be in future, and you don't, in principle, you not make mitzvah pruvu, like you didn't marry, that's why you will die. And there is no excuse in this situation. Chizkiyahu says, okay, I make tshuva, and I will marry. Chizkiyahu, and the prophet says, no, it's too late already. And then King Chizkiyahu, he said, prophet, get out of this palace. You lie to me. It's not true. I know from my father that even if some will put sore in your neck, you should continue believe. You should keep trust on Hashem, and there is no such a thing. No solution. There is no such a thing. No, the end that you cannot fix. There is no such a situation. And that's what happened really. He made tshuva, and he was cured, and he get married, and he really had a child, that his child was a terrible person. But what we learn from this story, we learn that that even prophet tells you that you cannot make tshuva, don't believe. This is just it's from heaven. Hashem do it for you. He give you this. He try you. It's trial. It's he try to check, to give you opportunity to make tshuva, even though that it's not worthwhile for you. It's not worth to you to make tshuva. And this also very famous story, but you probably know that, but I'll tell you even though, story about Baal Shem Tov. One day, some couple came to Baal Shem Tov, and they said to him that they want divorce, and that he should divorce between them. He make this separate between them. And Baal Shem Tov asked, why? Why you want to divorce? Because we married already 10 years and we don't have children. So he says, no, don't divorce. Be'ezat Hashem, continue, believe in Hashem and trust Hashem. I bless you that you'll have children, child next year. They say, Rabbi, we have a lot of blessing already in our pocket. Nothing helps. Nothing helps us. It's we don't believe in those blessings. If you will promise us that we'll have a children, we won't divorce. So Baal Shem Tov says, okay, I promise. I promise you that in next year you'll have child. They say, okay, thank you very much. And they went out. When they went out, suddenly voice from heaven come and say, Baal Shem Tov, why you did that? To those couple, from 6 days of creation, Hashem decided that they won't have child. And now when you promised, you force heaven to send them child. Why? Because you promise, and if they won't have child, it will be Hilul Hashem. You know what it is, Hilul Hashem. So, and that's why they will have child. But you lost your part in world to come. And Baal Shem Tov was amazed and was in shock. And he put his head on table and he started laughing and singing and clapping hands and say, wonderful, boy, such a great present. I lost my part in the world to come. Wonderful, thank you very much. Now, since now, I can work you with all my heart. Now I can be your real servant. Until now, you always could say, well, you are so righteous because you know that you have some interest for that, some benefit. But now, when I don't have any part in the world to come, now I can worship you. Worship. I can worship you freely, from all my heart, really. And again come voice from heaven say, Baal Shem Tov, you have back your part in the world to come. And I think this is one of the reason why one of the solution to this problem that I asked you in the beginning, how you can this child can get money, how you can make tshuva from love. It's first thing. There is another situation. Another situation it's when Hashem will, this father said to his child, you know, when I told you to give money in charity and this and that, you know, even if you won't give anything, I will give you for free in end of the 7 days 42 shekel. I will give you. You can give, you can not to give, and I'll give you anyway. And this situation enabled the child to give charity from all his heart. And that is the idea of Yom Kippur. The main idea of Yom Kippur is to say to us that Hashem will forgive us and for all our transgression, even if we won't make tshuva. That was in time of a temple was exist. In what clean us in this day, it's not our tshuva, it's Yom Kippur itself, Yom Michaper. In this situation, you can make tshuva, you cannot make tshuva. Anyway, Hashem will forgive you. Okay, if so, why we should make tshuva? What's the answer? From love, for free. That is the meaning of Yom Kippur. It gives us opportunity to make tshuva for free. And that's why they were so happy in Yom Kippur in those days, when I told you in the beginning. The day you late, so I'll tell you in few words how we start this lesson. I told to people that today Yom Kippur look like Tisha B'Av. It's very the same atmosphere, fear and the same 5 things that forbidden to do in Yom Kippur in the Tisha B'Av, and also those days they calls terrible days, Yamim Noraim. In Hebrew, those days from Rosh Hashanah to Yom Kippur, the name of those days, terrible days, days of fear. But when we learn in Gemara, in Masechet Yoma, in Masechet Ta'anit, how they describe what it was in time of temple, they describe absolutely different atmosphere. People laugh and dance and sing songs, and they make all kind of like a circles when they dance in circle. How say Haravod? No. There is some like all kind of like they dance together, and they were happy those days, and they ate and drink. And the slaves, they went in Yuvel, they went became free, all kinds. It was absolutely different atmosphere. Why today it's so terrible, it's so heavy? It's because then it was we had the opportunity to make tshuva for free. And there is expression that there are two, it's like a half joke. There are two fast when you not eat. Fast days, that the 2 easiest fast days in a year. One it's Yom Kippur, and second the Tisha B'Av. Why? Why it's easiest?
Because you're in Bet Knesset all day. You're not thinking about anything else.
No. It's because they say in Tisha B'Av, you are so terrible, you're so sorry for what happened, you cannot eat. And in Yom Kippur, you're so happy, you're so laughing that who needs to eat? Who care to eat? You don't have time to eat. You are in joy. You are so laughing and dancing. Who need to eat? That was the idea of Yom Kippur. And I think that today we still it's not those days. It's true. We have to make tshuva. But what I want to suggest you and to me, to myself also, that we should decide it, make tshuva for free. Not because we have some benefit from that, but we should make tshuva really because we want to be good people. And that is tshuva me'ahava. Tshuva me'ahava, as we said in the beginning of lesson, that in tshuva because of fear, your transgression they are annulled. But tshuva from ahava, it's your transgression became your merits. So if so, everybody will make tshuva me'ahava. Why not everybody make tshuva me'ahava? It's because we have in our mind we have we make some calculation. We say, if I make tshuva me'ahava, I will have some interest for that, and that would prevent you make tshuva me'ahava. But when you decided to do it for free, not because olam haba, not because Hashem will help you and because Hashem will send you good spouse, and not because you have money for that, not because any other consideration. Nothing. Don't think about nothing. Really, you want to be good. We want to be righteous people, good people, and that's it, for free. That it calls tshuva me'ahava. And in this situation, I hope you will have a lot of transgression in your life, in your previous life, in order to make them now merits. You have be so many merits that you will be the righteous person in the world. It's like some murderer kill his mother. And he said, tshuva me'ahava, oh, pity the father wasn't at home. I could have twice more. But really, no joke. It's true. If we make tshuva really, every bad thing that we did, it became good things. And that is the meaning of to release all slaves. Because without this understanding, we are like a slave of our consideration, of our make business with Hashem. Oh, I'll make a tshuva. So you please give me good ashgacha. You should help me. You should do something good for me. I am so good for you. I did that. I put tefillin every day. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, please be fair. No. For free. And that's why I want to bless you, that you should have happy Yom Kippur.
Amen.